Mike is a busy man. He wears multiple hats that have him in different occupations throughout the day. And because he is so busy and constantly moving around, he doesn't have much time to sit down and eat. He's the type of person that claims that they only eat one meal and they feed themselves a few snacks here and there just to keep the hunger down. The show sets up hidden cameras around where Mike works, and we're actually able to see just how much or how little he snacks. Let's check it out real quick.
Scientists have proven that we eat up to 70% more food if it's visible on our desk in front of us, and Mike and Big G are no exception. They've notched up over 1,000 secret calories in biscuits without even realizing it.
Hey everyone, my name is Achidi and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got another powerful video delivering insights from the UK-based show Secret Eaters. In today's episode, we have a married couple in fact, named Mike and Dawn, who have invited the Secret Eaters crew into their home to help them uncover just why are they constantly putting on weight. Never makes any sense. If you find yourself like Mike or Dawn, where you're wondering just why the hell can I not maintain proper weight even though I'm not eating much, I'm watching what I eat, I'm doing all the things everyone else is doing, this is the video for you. We'll be breaking down all the key takeaways from the episode, including how secret snacking could be the root cause of your struggles, how alcohol really plays a huge part in everything, and just uncover some of the mysteries behind the secret eating that all of us, myself included, are guilty of doing. So get ready to be entertained and educated. Throw a like down there and subscribe to the channel to keep watching content like this. Let's get into it. So let's first introduce our couple. Let's first start off with the husband, Mike. He's the one on the left. He's in his late 40s, and like many men, he works many jobs. He's a DJ, he sells insurance, and he has a couple other odd jobs. So the man is always around town, always busy, and chronically filled with a good amount of stress. Now, Mike is not a dunce. He actually understands that what he's doing is not sustainable. In fact, he points out at one time that he sees that his frame cannot handle more weight on it, because I believe he's only like 5'7" and he weighs about 210 pounds. That's a squatty body. And Mike's not totally clueless to this either. Beyond knowing that his frame can't handle it, he overall knows his health is at high risk. Check this part out, in fact. That's right. Mike understands the gravity of the situation, and that's part of his motivation to get help and do something about it.
I'm a heart attack victim, waiting to happen.
Now let's talk about his wife, Dawn. She's also in her late 40s, and if you were to ask her why she is the size that she is, she would tell you that she doesn't believe her weight is a reflection of how she eats. She believes she eats no different than anybody else, and she doesn't understand why she has been gaining 7 pounds a year for several years in a row. So that's 7 pounds year 1, another 7 pounds year 2, another 7 pounds year 3, etc. That's a lot of weight for someone of her size. She and Mike weigh almost the same, but she's about 2 inches shorter than he is. She's only about 5'5", but she's just a hair under 200 pounds. So it's not looking so good for her. In fact, this is not Dawn's first attempt at getting her weight under better management. She's gonna go on to tell you all the different strategies and programs she has tried with almost no success. Let me know in the comments if this is something you've experienced before, and if so, what have you tried and what has not worked?
I've been to Slimming World, I've been to Weight Watchers, I've done the cabbage soup diet, I've done the Mayo Clinical diet, I've done the egg diet, I've done the grapefruit diet, but I didn't like grapefruit, so I substituted them for oranges.
It sounds like she's done it all, and you can tell she's absolutely frustrated that she's not seeing any results and is running out of options. Now that you've been introduced to our dynamic duo, let's talk about each of their particular issues and uncover just what's going on and what can actually be done to have a better outcome. Keep watching, hit that like button. So first up, we're talking about Mike. As I stated earlier, Mike is a busy man. He wears multiple hats that have him in different occupations throughout the day. And because he is so busy and constantly moving around, he doesn't have much time to sit down and eat. He's the type of person that claims that they only eat one meal and they feed themselves a few snacks here and there just to keep the hunger down. Now, to test how accurate this is, the show sets up hidden cameras around where Mike works, and we're actually able to see just how much or how little he snacks. Let's check it out real quick.
Scientists have proven that we eat up to 70% more food if it's visible on our desk in front of us, and Mike and Big G are no exception. They've notched up over 1,000 secret calories in biscuits without even realizing it.
You heard that right. Between Mike and his roommate slash co-worker Gareth, they were chomping down over 1,000 calories between the two of them on crisps, or like cookies, really. And they don't realize it. None of us do. It's very easy to get caught up in the trap of mindlessly snacking when you're like, oh, just a couple handfuls of this here, a bite of that there. It's not that much by itself. But when you start adding up all those interactions with whatever the food item is, those calories do count. Those calories add up even if you don't recall having them. So the show likes to use a term that they call a sinful snacker. What this means is he's often addressing his feelings of hunger with calorie-dense foods throughout the day. These can be foods that are high in sugar, high in salt, just high in components which tell him this is a joyful moment, this is something you deserve, this is a reward, this will make you feel better as you continue on your stressful day. How many of us do this behavior? How often have you been at your office or around your house when you're doing your work and you pass by that tempting snack dish of candy or the chips or the nuts? I'm a big cashew eater, and you just have a dabble, a little bit here, a little bit there, and you go about the rest of your work. But each time you pass that same temptation, you have a little bit, and then you realize, gosh, it's gone. And if you do that enough times, you will slowly add more pounds to the scale and more inches to your waistline. What can be done about this? Here's exactly what you should do. In order to combat or even prevent all this sinful snacking, Mike and others like him should start their day out with a protein-rich breakfast. Some eggs, a protein drink, tofu, Greek yogurt. There are a ton of options out there of high protein foods which will keep your hunger levels down without allowing you to consume mindless calories. It also helps to combine this protein with a healthy fat, so that's why whole eggs are a great option for breakfast. Also, having complex carbohydrates like whole grain oats is a good option for your breakfast. Now, beyond breakfast, having protein-rich snacks like beef jerky is another great option for your snacking throughout the day, because many of us are still going to snack. But some of the best snacks out there that will cure your sweet tooth without adding a ton of extra calories, simply fruit, like in the picture there. So these are options that you have that are better than things that come out of a wrapper, come out of a box, but basically cutting back on the high-calorie, small-volume foods like cookies, chips, pretzels, popcorn, that kind of stuff, and having more nutrient-rich, high-volume, small-calorie foods like fruits and vegetables as snacks will help you counteract some of your mindless snacking. Mindless snacking is not Mike's only vice when it comes to his secret eating. In fact, his second one is a vice that I'm very, very familiar with. Mike is a drinker. Now, hear how Mike admits this when the host asks him if there's anything else beyond snacking that he needs to work on.
Can you identify any other areas in terms of your diet that maybe for you are a problem?
As in my drinking?
Bingo, Michael. It would be his drinking. Throughout the episode, as they are following Mike and observing what he eats, in one dinner alone, he started off, he had a pint of beer. Then, next to his pint of beer, he enjoys a glass of red wine. He's not done there yet, though. After dinner, he decides to have a cocktail. And each of those alcoholic beverages, the beer, the wine, and the mixed drink all come with calories. He goes through a lot. He consumed nearly 2,400 extra calories. That is from just alcohol alone. And that means he was eating a lot of total energy throughout the day between the drinks and the foods. So alcohol is a big reason many of us have trouble controlling our weight. So take it from me, someone who is an alcoholic in recovery with nearly 6 years of sobriety, alcohol is not helping you. Even a small amount of alcohol can contribute to a large amount of weight gain. Now, I want to get a little personal and talk about some of the other negative effects that come with excess alcohol intake. Basically, if you're drinking a ton and even if you got your weight under control, you're still setting yourself up for poor health. Alcohol will erode your muscles, alcohol will kill your motivation, and alcohol will send you into a dark, empty space in your head. Alcohol is a depressant, and you can self-medicate. That's what I used to do for years. And yes, it did shut off the negative talk in my head, but it also contributed to a lot of poor decisions. And as someone in the fitness space, even though I could actively exercise consistently, I was not getting the most results from all my efforts. If you are to compare how well I am responding to exercise now versus over 6 years ago, it is night and day, even though my focus and my drive have not really changed. I still would show up consistently to the gym and push myself in my workouts, but my body did not have the building blocks that it needed to make more muscle, and it was constantly being overwhelmed with a high amount of alcohol, which made gaining muscle near impossible and also slowed down the performance of many of my vital organs. So even though I didn't present to the normal person as someone who was overweight and unhealthy due to alcohol abuse, the signs and symptoms were there. So if you're someone that is having a hard time controlling your drinking, it is something worth addressing. And even if you're someone who doesn't have a hard time controlling their drinking, but you really want to make a great effort towards better health, it's time to consider moderating it or eliminating it. Enough about Michael and his issues. Let's talk about Dawn and some of the missteps that she is making, even though she believes she's doing everything right. Let's talk about Dawn for a moment. As you can see here, she eats healthy while they were observing her. There's vegetables, there's Greek yogurt, and there's a salad. In fact, she's completely perplexed as to why she's not seeing better results because she's eating healthy. In fact, check out her salad right here. It looks healthy, it looks like it has a lot of great things in there, but it is chocked full of calories. Dawn, like many people, functions under the perception of, I'm eating a quote salad, so what the problem is. But the problem is her definition of a salad includes a large amount of mayo. She uses that as dressing. And even though it doesn't look like there's a ton of mayo on the salad right there, in fact, you would be absolutely shocked to find out that the 2 tablespoons of mayo that she adds to her salad nearly double the total calorie count. I'm going to show you as they break down the components of her salad just how many calories something as simple as mayo or dressing will add a ton of calories to an already healthy meal. So check this out. I'm going to let this play through while they give a breakdown of all the components that go into Dawn's salad, and you'll see the difference between all the components without the dressing versus just how many calories come from the dressing she adds to her salad.
We asked dietitian Lynn Garton to find out. There's salad and veg, 130 calories. Egg,
Not bad.
70 calories. Olives, 60 calories.
Still not bad.
And a portion of chicken tikka, 138 calories.
So as you can see right here, the salad is just under 400 calories. There's chicken, there's olives, there's eggs, there's vegetables, there's healthy components in it, protein, carbs, and fat in great, wonderful harmony. Now I'm gonna fast forward a little bit just to show you how calorie dense the 2 tablespoons of mayo are. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't put mayo on my salads, believe it or not, many dressings contain oil, like mayo contains oil, and that is the main reason that a simple thing like dressing can be so high in calories in such a small size.
But that just 2 heaped tablespoons comes to 450 calories, which is equivalent to a large portion of fries. And even just 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise is the same number of calories as a slice of chocolate cake.
There you have it. Those 2 tablespoons of mayo were 450 calories. The salad was 398 calories without it, so you're getting more calories from those 2 tablespoons of mayo. And like I said, the main reason the mayo is so calorie dense isn't from the eggs that are in it, it is from the massive amount of oil that goes into it. So if you're someone that uses a lot of sauces, dressings, marinades, those kinds of things on your foods, that is a big reason that you are finding it hard to control your waistline. So what can be done about that? Besides reading the label, you can also find other ways of marinating and adding flavors to your foods that don't come with a ton of calories. There are fruit juices, like if you squeeze lime or lemon, that will add flavor with minimal calories to it. Tons of herbs and spices will also add flavor with almost no calories to them as well. But ultimately, looking at the serving size of whatever it is that you're deciding to put on your meal is crucial, because big calories can and will come in small packages. Now that we've discussed both Mike and Dawn's eating issues, let's see how they do after they've been shown the errors of their ways, given a 10-week program in order to change up their eating, and see what happens now that they've been given the tools and resources and education to change their eating for the better. We'll start with Dawn first.
Dawn wasn't able to come back, but we spoke to her and she tells us she's lost 2 stone.
So congratulations to Dawn. Losing 28 pounds in 10 weeks is no small feat. That's just under 3 pounds per week, which the high healthy average is just 2 pounds per week. Dawn was eating in a very negligent manner. Not that she was not trying to do good, she just was misinformed about what it really meant to eat healthy. And once she made those changes, the weight literally started dropping off of her. Becoming more aware of all the calorie-dense toppings that she was putting into her meals, starting to prepare them differently, that was the key to her losing that much weight in a short amount of time. Let's check in on Mike, shall we?
10 weeks ago, Mike weighed 14 stone 12.
That's 208 pounds, and for reference, he's only 5'7".
Now he weighs just 13 stone 6.
He weighs 188 pounds, meaning he lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks. And looking in that picture, my man is looking and feeling phenomenal. He's less swollen around the face especially, and that comes from drinking way less alcohol and consuming way fewer snacks. Both alcohol and sugar from the snacks contribute to bloating, especially around the face, the joints, and the midsection. And by cutting back on the sugary snacks and practically eliminating alcohol, Mike was able to drop 2 pounds per week, which is a high healthy average, and look and feel absolutely amazing. Mike and Dawn's story shows that some of the smallest habits can have the biggest impact. Putting too much dressing on your salad can contribute to too much weight on the scale. Having a few drinks too many can cause a few too many inches to appear around your waist. But once you allow yourself to do an honest and thorough assessment, get professional help to show you the error of your ways and give you the blueprint to success, you only have to have the right mindset to make the change and stick it out. We all can be guilty of being secret eaters. We don't realize just how many calories we're taking in with the components we add to our food, or how many calories we're taking in from the beverages we have, whether they're alcoholic or non-alcoholic, and just how much are we really snacking. It's probably a lot more than we think. And if you're someone who is struggling to get control over their weight and their health, it is time for you to do the honest assessment, look at the information, and make smart changes based off of what you discover. I trust you learned something from this video and got some entertainment at the same time. Make sure to give a like and subscribe to my channel on your way out. And if you're still watching, another video is popping up for some more information for you to consume on my channel. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your day.